everyone, my name is Eddie Opria.
Hi, I'm Darby Benton.
Hi everyone, my name is Yamara. We are Group 3 and we are going to talk about Take-Two Interactive Software, which is a company that makes video games like Grand Theft Auto, NBA 2K, and Red Dead Redemption. We will talk about the company's business strategy, its business climate, and its recent financial performance, as well as potential risk for the future and some potential solutions that could help the company expand.
Take-Two is following a BUAD-4980 strategy. They're not really trying to compete on price. They're focusing on delivering high quality games that offer a premium experience for their customers. And we see this with its two titles that they have released that are AAA production value. The Lawbreakers and the Ghost Recon Wildlands, these have been games that really haven't been rushed to market because they take a lot of time to develop and they are built to almost feel cinematic, and it's just something that offers a real experience to their customers, so it can almost feel immersive. Another clear sign is just their pricing. All of Take-Two's new generation games are priced at $69.99 across the board, so they're not really trying to lower their prices to compete. They are really confident about the quality in their games, so that really speaks for itself. What I see here, what really sets them apart, is just their strong brand identity and franchise development. They have really invested heavily into IP, and their fans already know what to expect once a new title drops, so that brand loyalty gives them a long-term edge overall. Take-Two also competes by offering a unique and consistency across a wide market. That's why they fit into the broader creation quadrant, because their strategy really has worked for them.
Now we will be talking about the review from the inside. First, we'll be talking about the strengths. VRAN resources. The Rockstar and 2K brands are valuable, rare, inimitable, and non-sustainable. Core skills include design games for open worlds, making complicated sports simulations, and writing games with a story. Other strengths include great development skill, a steady stream of cash from in-game purchases, such as GTA Online and NBA 2K, and a global reach. Now we will be talking about the weaknesses. Long intervals between major content upgrades or expansions mean that recurring profit centers become stagnant, revenue is inconsistent. The main focus is on games on consoles. Sometimes bad public relations marketing moves happen, like when people become angry over the remastered GTA trilogy. The corporation depends on big games a lot since core franchises like GTA 5 make money for years through sales and in-game purchases. Now we will be talking about the analysis from the outside. First, we'll start with the opportunities. The cloud and mobile gaming scenes are growing quickly, which means more places to play. Just look how the Zynga merger lets them reach more people. Esports and streaming aren't going away. Every month they get more viewers and open new places for the in-game marketing and sponsorship. Microtransaction and subscription models keep sales stable long after the game comes out, turning casual players into dedicated spenders. Emerging regions like India and Southeast Asia have millions of new gamers. Many of them play and buy cheap cell phones to play every day. Here are the threats. Game costs are going up quicker than before. That means that timetables are getting longer and teams are already short on talent. Every 3 months, Activision, EA, Ubisoft, Sony, and Microsoft all produce large games. This divides the market share. Regulators looking into loot boxes and other game purchases, which can lead to new laws limit creations the way they make money. Inflation makes people less willing to spend money on things they don't need, so they put them off and don't buy big things at all.
Alright, so taking a look at this financial analysis, we can see the return on assets and return on equity declining year over year in 2023. Both went negative, and this drop was largely due to the Zynga acquisition and delays in major game releases. So those costs hit profitability hard. Compared to the industry average, Take-Two did underperform, especially in 2023. And that said, this might be temporarily, especially considering the economy recovery of post-COVID and the uneven performance across various industries. Now, taking a look at the debt ratio, that debt rose from 0.26 in 2021 to 0.44 in 2023. So that is really high. So this means that Take-Two did take on more debt, which is likely tied to the Zynga acquisition. So they are leveraging more borrowed money, which increases financial risk, but it also shows that they have invested in future growth. The market share did increase by 1% from 6% in 2021 to 7% in 2023. So this growth is driven by the new gaming segment of Zynga. However, we can see that there's some financial stress there, but there's a clear long-term growth opportunity there with the acquisition. And Take-Two does have a GTA 6 release coming up. So if that title performs as expected, we can see a major rebound in profitability for the company.
Now that we've looked at Take-Two's internal strengths and external opportunities, along with its financial performance, 5 major strategic concerns stand out. These include both risk and opportunities the company should pay close attention to moving forward. Take-Two relies heavily on a few blockbuster franchises, like GTA 5, NBA 2K, and the much-anticipated GTA 6. If a big title like GTA 6 gets delayed or doesn't meet expectations, it could significantly impact profits and investor confidence. The company's return on assets and return on equity have been falling. ROA dropped from 5.2% in 2021 to negative 0.9% in 2023. That's a clear sign of decreased profitability and possible inefficiencies, especially after the Zynga acquisition. Take-Two's development timelines are long. While the games are high quality, these long gaps between releases slow down revenue and make it harder to maintain engagement with players. There's growing legal pressure around microtransactions and loot boxes. These are major sources of ongoing revenue, so stricter regulations could hurt future earnings and force changes to game design. Merging Take-Two and Zynga has its own challenges. These are two very different companies, and if the integration isn't handled well, it could slow innovation, impact workflows, and reduce overall performance. These are all the worries regarding strategy. Now let's move forward. Now let's take a deeper dive into 3 key strategic recommendations for Take-Two Interactive. Each one is designed to address the company's biggest challenges and position it for long-term success. These ideas are based on our analysis of the company's internal strengths, external opportunities, and financial performance. Our first recommendation. The first recommendation is to expand mobile gaming efforts using Take-Two's most successful franchises like Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption. This could be done in partnership with Zynga, which Take-Two acquired specifically to strengthen its position in the mobile gaming market. Right now, mobile gaming is the fastest growing segment in the industry. Many players in emerging and mature markets alike prefer mobile games because they are more accessible, often free to play, and don't require expensive hardware. By bringing its well-known titles into mobile formats, Take-Two can reach a much wider audience and generate recurring revenue through in-app purchases. The benefits here are clear. Take-Two already owns the IP and has Zynga's mobile expertise, which reduces both creative and operational risk. Monetization through microtransactions and mobile subscriptions is also a proven revenue model. However, there are costs and risk. Mobile development still requires significant investment, and there's a risk of diluting the brand if the mobile versions don't live up to the high standards players expect from Take-Two titles. To implement this strategy, Take-Two should form dedicated mobile teams within its existing structure, staffed jointly with Zynga talent. They should begin by developing smaller, low-risk spin-offs or companion apps for established titles to test the waters before investing in full-scale mobile releases. The second recommendation is to address long development timelines by adopting a modular or episodic release model. Rather than spending 5 to 7 years developing massive blockbuster titles, Take-Two could break games into parts and release them in phases. This model keeps fans engaged throughout the lifecycle of a game by delivering content more frequently. It also builds hype over time and gives the company more opportunities to generate revenue through expansions, DLCs, and in-game events. One of the key advantages here is better player retention. Games like GTA Online and NBA 2K already use live service elements, but this could be expanded even further with structured episodic story arcs or even seasonal content updates. The main challenge will be reorganizing the development pipeline. Teams would need to be structured more like live operations units with frequent release goals and strong coordination between creative, programming, and marketing departments. In order to implement this plan, Take-Two could start with its existing live service games and expand their update cadence. Later, they can test episodic delivery with smaller narrative titles, perhaps their digital online distribution, to reduce cost and risk. The third recommendation is to grow Take-Two's market share in regions like India, Brazil, and Southeast Asia. These markets are experiencing rapid growth in the number of gamers, especially those using mobile devices. By offering localized content that's priced and marketed specifically for these regions, Take-Two can gain access to millions of new players. This is particularly important as growth slows in more mature Western markets. There are many benefits to this strategy. First, the cost of entry is relatively low when compared to launching full-scale console games. Second, there's a huge potential audience, and very few Western developers are truly meeting their needs. However, this strategy does not require thoughtful localization, not just in terms of language, but also themes, pricing, and player behavior. To implement this strategy effectively, Take-Two should partner with local developers or publishers who understand these markets. They should also leverage Zynga's mobile infrastructure to build games optimized for low-spec devices. Tailored marketing campaigns using regional influencers, local payment systems, and culturally relevant themes will also be critical to success. Together, these three recommendations, expanding mobile gaming with Zynga, adopting modular development, and targeting new global markets, can help Take-Two reduce reliance on a few core franchises, create more stable revenue, and build long-term resilience in a competitive and changing market. As you can see, Take-Two has a lot of outstanding intellectual property. It is well known all over the world and is still going strong. But it needs to adjust with the times, learn how to play new games, and deal with rising prices, as well as competitors in order to do well. Thank you for taking the time to read our strategic review of Take-Two Interactive.